everyone, welcome back to our channel startuplanes.com. My name is Namrata and we are conducting a series of interviews with the CEOs and founders of several excellent startups in India. For today's interview, we'll be talking to Mr. Asif Mustafa, the founder and CEO of Tebixa Technologies. He is a Google certified digital marketing expert himself and a full stack web developer. Tebixa Technologies, on the other hand, is a leading service provider in web development, app development, and digital marketing. To know more about his business, let's hear the man talk himself.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so my first question for you is please introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay. My name is Asif Mustafa Barberia, and I am the CEO and founder of Tebixa Technologies. Basically, Tebixa Technologies is a digital marketing company and operating under the Tebixa Technologies Private Limited. So, I am a CEO in this company from 2016. Basically, I am working with this company as a CEO and a founder.
How did you come up with your idea of the startup?
Okay, so I think you are aware that we are a digital marketing company as well as a software company. So basically, this was started since 2016. So basically, in 2016, when I was at Delhi, I was preparing for a competitive exam. So basically, during that time, Diwali, there used to be a holiday for Diwali. So during the Diwali season, everyone go to their home to enjoy the holiday. But I stayed at the time and I thought of preparation or something. But unfortunately, I haven't prepared, and I have thought that let us do something like go for start something. Okay. So before I was having an idea that I will start an online grocery delivery company, and I started working during this period of my idea. But during working, I faced many problems. Like there is no, we have approached many developers, we have approached many digital marketing companies, but there was many problems. Like there was lack of knowledge. No one was explaining properly that how should we progress further. How can we make the product the best product? How can we make it? There was no one explaining. So we had to develop an Android app. But we have approached many developers. We have found there were numerous problems. So at that time, my taste changed, and I thought that I already have a little bit experience of development. I also have the technical field, and from before I was having a development idea on digital marketing and development. So I thought that let us start on this field. So from that time, I've started working on this idea. And initially, 1 to 3 months, I was working on my individual level with some of my freelancers friends. But after that, we have started our operations as a company, and basically, now we are operating as a complete team, and we are providing services to nearly around 28 countries, and we have around 6,000 plus clients database from 2016, if we are counting from 2016.
Great. So, what is the most difficult part in the early stage of your startup?
Okay. So, if we speak about the difficult part, is that we all know that software development is all about professionalism, where we require creative minds and creative talent to work with us. If someone have talent, then they can design the best product, they can design the best website, they can design the best, they can do the best. So basically, the main problem at the initial level as a startup company. So the main problem was to attract the talented minds. Basically, as a startup, if we approach or if we try hiring some talented or some good employee for our company, they may not feel secure for working with a startup. So basically, at initial level, we faced the problem of hiring good talents in our company. This was the major problem that we have faced during the early stage of startup. Regarding the funding and all, we do not have any problem at the early stage of startup.
Understood.
The main problem was the team. To get the best team, we have the problem we are having.
Okay. So, what was the gap in the market?
Okay, so the gap in the market that we identified is that basically here the gap, that relation between the developers, between the companies, and between the businessmen, it's not too much. Basically, we have solved this, but before we solve, we have identified the main gap. The main gap is that suppose I am an entrepreneur, I have some business idea, or I am a businessman. But when I approach some company, they do not provide like proper response, or they do not provide proper understanding of it. Without understanding of any proper domain, we cannot do anything. So basically, the main market here that identified there was lack of communication between the customers and between the companies. So this was the main lack of problem, was the lack of communication. So here in Tedixa, what we have done, we have identified this problem first of all. Then we have tried solving it, and we have dedicated customer success team for this. So basically, it might be some of our customer, it may be a new customer who hasn't taken any of our services yet, but it may be anyone. But we provide a complete details to everyone regarding whatever the project. So basically, whatever project they come with us, we provide them a basic idea, complete idea on how to focus on the business. Basically, we just want to make them assure that focus on your business, and the rest part, if it is like IT, technical, digital marketing, we'll be handling it later. We'll be handling the rest part. The businessman, it just only need to focus the business. That's it we want.
Right. So, can you explain the business model?
Okay. So our business model is that basically client approach us for their different type of projects. They approach us, and we already have some basic developed plan on our website. There's already some plans on our website. Then client can visit the website, and if they find that their plan is already as per the requirement, then directly they can purchase the plan. They can get the plan, they can subscribe to the plan, and will be working on their project. But in some cases, there is like custom requirement. The requirement is custom, and it doesn't meet our package that we have already pre-decided on the website. For that type of clients, we manually contact them, we manually design the quotation, develop the quotation, and as per the quotation, we decide the pricing. So our business model is like some client contact us for the project, and we charge them on the basis of the requirement.
Okay. While having your startup, did any of your friends or family invest in it, or could you find an investor?
No. So basically, I have not taken any investment. But at the early stage of startup, like everyone during the early stage of our life, so we get something like pocket money from our mother, fathers. We get pocket money. So using that little bit of pocket money, 500, 2,000 rupees, I have started at initial level using the pocket money, whatever I have.
Okay, great. So, which factors do you see impacting your business in the coming years?
Factors affecting is the marketing part only. So basically, as a company, to make the awareness of the company among the customers. So basically, we need to create a brand awareness for it. So basically, the factor that's affecting is the marketing part. So I want basically, I believe that suppose if we want to make the company growing, and if we want to acquire more customers, also we can provide our services to more customers. So we should market our services. We should market our products. The part that is affecting is that marketing. I can just define it as marketing.
Okay. Are you planning to hire any fresh talents in your company? And if you are hiring, what are the requisite factors?
So basically, we already have team members of 62 plus, both in development team as well as in customer success support team, sales team. So we already have a team member of 62 plus we have, and recently or presently we are also hiring new staff. So we are also hiring interns. We are providing internship programs. Also we are hiring freshers, and also we are hiring experience. So currently also we are hiring, and in future also as the operation grows up, and we will also keep on hiring, because we need the more the team increase, the more the service will be better, and as the business grows, we will be bound to hire more employees.
Okay, so what are the qualities do you look for in a candidate while hiring?
Okay, if we speak about the qualities, is that the quality is the primary quality that we require is that they should have a creative mind. Basically, they should have a creative mind, and they should not treat the company like they are a staff or like something. When they can treat the company like it is like their company, like it is like they are the owner or they are the CEO. They can treat as they can take the company like their own. But I don't want that they should take the company as their staff of the company. So they should feel that the company is their own. And if we talk about the skills that they should have, they should have the creative mind. If they're from the development, they should have little basic knowledge of development if they're freshers. And if we speak about experience, then as per the experience, whatever they have did, they must have a good knowledge on that.
Okay. So, what according to you are the personalities of a good leader?
See, personalities of a good leader is that suppose we have already like many team members. The main thing is that unless you can convince either your team member, the things will not work properly. So basically, as a good leader or a good, basically if you're leading any project or if you're leading any company, so basically the main thing is that you should lead your team member in a success way or in a pre-planned way. So basically, if you want to be like a good leader, so you should have a pre-planned of everything, that how we will lead the particular team or how we will lead the particular project, how we'll end up everything in the final stage. So basically, we should have a pre-plan. Every good leader have a pre-planned of everything what they're doing. So basically, they should not come directly to the stage and do whatever they want. So basically, they should have a pre-planning from beforehand, and then they should do whatever they want.
Okay. So, if you are rightfully called the CEO of your startup, so what are the good parts and bad parts of being a CEO?
Being the CEO is that see, if I was working for any other company, then I should always take some decisions from them, because I cannot do. I'm bound in somewhere. I'm bound every time to take my own decisions. But if I'm a CEO of my own company, so the best part is that I can take decision whatever I want. I can take the decision on my own. Means it may be good for my company or it may be bad. But we don't know. Initial level, we may not know it is good or bad. But whatever the decision I want, I can take. It may be regarding to the work. It may be regarding to the time. It may be regarding to the employees. So I have the free. I have the right to take decision of whatever I want. Means I am not bounded by anyone. But when we come to the worst part of it, is that there is a lot of responsibilities. So basically, as a CEO, you have the lot of responsibilities. So every morning we face new challenge. Basically, I have very few days like that I have not faced any challenge every morning. So every morning there are some new challenge. There may be any challenge from any client. There may be any challenge from team members. So there are multiple challenges you need to face every day as a CEO of the company.
Okay. So we all know that pandemic is a tough time for running a business. So did you have to make some tough decisions like budget cuts and organizational restructuring and market withdrawals?
See, if I speak about the online industry, so basically we are from the online part. Basically, our all clients are from online only. So basically, we don't have any much relation with offline dealings. So we are an online company. So I don't think that we are affected in any way by this pandemic. It may be if we speak about regarding the last year, or if we are speaking about the current situations, we are not much affected by this pandemic. So basically, also during this pandemic, we have hired multiple team members also. Basically, I can also figure out that during this pandemic, we have grown our company. So I don't think there's nothing that we have gone down or the graph is going down during the pandemic. I don't think for any digital marketing or for any online company, the pandemic should be worst. I think the pandemic is good for them. Everything is going good in pandemic.
Okay. So, are you looking for any vendors to help your business processes?
See, if we speak about vendors, so currently we do not need any vendors. So basically, we are a domain. We also provide like many other server service also. Basically, we are also dealing with the server parts, posting and all. So we already have vendors associated with us for a limited period of time. We also signed contract with them. So basically, as of now, we don't need any vendors to simplify any part of our business. But I also believe that in upcoming futures, we will be requiring some vendors to simplify some part of our business. And surely at that time, some vendors will also get opportunities to work with us.
Yeah. And if I'm talking about some short-term goals and long-term goals for your company, what would they be?
Yes, if we speak about the short-term goals, is that basically now we were dealing in the online way, and basically it is a completely online. We have a single head office in India. If we speak about India, in India we have a single head office at Kolkata, and we have two different offices in UAE, and we have in USA. So basically, if we speak about the short-term goals in regarding the India part, so we are planning once the pandemic gets over. So using by this 2021, if it get over, hopefully, I hope it should get over. So if it get over, then we will be on every tier 1 cities, and tier 2 cities. We'll be launching our mini office, where they can where the client can come and get the project details. Means their development cell will be at Kolkata itself, but at every tier 1 city says there will be mini cell where every projects will be discussed with the client. Okay, so basically we are trying to expand ourselves in every cities of the country, but even in the offline also. So basically in every cities we'll be launching our office, we'll be opening our office as in tier 1 and tier 2 cities as most probably it will be completed by 2022. We will complete it if this pandemic gets over.
Okay. And any long-term goals?
Long-term goals, if we speak about the long-term goals, is that currently we are working on this particular niche, such as website development, software development, graphics designing. So all these works we are doing. In the future plan, we are also currently working on the paper. Basically, we are working on a SaaS model, SaaS products. So basically, we will be developing many automation products, automation softwares, where many industries will be using our software for automation purposes. So I will be developing many billing softwares. We will be developing many booking softwares where just clients can approach us. They can just get the services. They don't need to wait for the development. Just come to us, get the service, and get everything automated. So basically, we are working on multiple automated softwares, which will be launching as SaaS models. So client just approach and they get the billing, and they can start working on it.
Okay. It was like that concludes our session, but if you would like to share some words for our viewers.
Okay, so if we speak about the if I want to conclude about your viewers, so I would like to conclude that for entry, if we're speaking about the entrepreneurs, so basically everyone, I think in your channel or in your handles or in your everywhere, if we talk about social media, many of the viewers are entrepreneurs only, they're businessmen. So my single advice to that businessmen or entrepreneur is that no need to think so much of any idea. No need to think so much of any idea. No need to have too much of planning. Some people have too much of planning. They keep on planning for a long years, long months. But what I do is just one-time planning. Have the budget. A budget is not primary. Have the planning too much. Just take the risk and get down to the market. So basically, if you have the ability to risk, just go and do it. You will get the success, but it may take some time. Okay. You must have the ability to take it.
Thank you for joining today. It was really nice talking to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.